Hi, I'm Mike Peterson from Brown Harris Stevens. The Hamptons runs on relationships, and over the years, I've built a network of top-tier professionals who operate at the highest level. Mike Hamptons is your access point to that world, the people, the insights, and the opportunities behind it all. Welcome to another episode of the Mike Hamptons podcast. My name is Mike Peterson. I am an agent at Brown Harris Stevens in the Hamptons, and I'm president of the HNG Hamptons Networking Group in Long Island in the Hamptons. Our website is hngli.com. Please come visit us. We're about 30 odd members right now. And the whole idea, the whole premise is that we all help each other out. It's one seat per profession. I'm the realtor, and Brendan Sloan's got a very unique business. So thank you for joining us today. And we're going to talk about your business and how it all fits in with the whole HNG model. So just dive right into it. So Jobsite Recon, I have to say, when you first joined, we're like, what is this and how is this going to work? And it seems like it's a great addition to the group. So please.
Yeah, so I'll start right off with how I ended up at HNG. My electrician was Jason from Big Sky. Great. And he was one of the first people I shared Jobsite Recon with, which was awesome. His feedback kind of motivated me to keep going. So I'll jump right into it. Jobsite Recon is a digital platform for contractors and tradesmen, and it allows them to review their customers.
Interesting. So the other way around.
Yep.
Usually.
Basically, it's a Jobsite Recon. It's the novel idea that respect is a two-way street. So trying to improve the customer-contractor dynamic.
So if customer X treats a contractor Y poorly on the site, or well, you can rate them.
Essentially, cool. So Jobsite Recon is a digital platform, and it's for contractors, tradesmen, and any home service technicians. So you have pool maintenance, landscapers, the people who do residential work at addresses. And the goal is for them to generate reviews on their customers, sort of creating like a paper trail and now documenting their experience. So the three questions I like to say that someone should ask themselves is, how was this customer? Would you return for more work? And would you recommend this person to another friend? Would you say like, yeah, go do a job for them, it was great? Or would you say like, hey, listen, I wouldn't work for them, the guy's a jerk off, so.
Got it. So it reminds me of a story growing up as a kid. There was a very famous real estate developer who went into politics and became a very well-known person with interesting hair. Yeah. And was notorious for, as the story goes, not taking care of his contractors. And a friend of mine growing up, his father's since passed, but I remember going, he was like, hey guys, come in the garage and check it out. He had done all the fiberglass work for the accoutrement or whatever, the finishing touches for the roof of a casino, possibly in Atlantic City.
Yeah. And I know who you're talking about.
And so he, maybe a she, but but anyway, so my friend's father, I called him up this 10 years ago and said, did he get paid? How did that work out? He said, oh, so interesting that you thought about that, Mike. And this is years ago. Yeah. And he said, yeah, because we were little kids at the time. And he said, yeah, he watched as all his competitors didn't, struggle to get paid. And they ended up, arguing, getting 50 or 70 cents on the dollar or whatever. People went out of business, this and that. Because he was literally the last person engaged in this whole process. He kind of insisted, if you want this to be delivered, I need to be paid in cash. And that's how it worked out. And there was a lot of kerfuffle, and apparently it worked out. So I think Jobsite Recon would have been had a place in
absolutely,
or some derivation of it.
So
you born and raised on Long Island. We were just talking before. Both of my kids are ocean lifeguards. Didn't know that you were an ocean lifeguard for a long time. So can you give me a little background on that?
Yeah, when I was 16, I became an ocean lifeguard for the town of Hempstead, just the town of Hempstead beaches. So it's like Point Lookout, Lido Beach,
Awesome.
Nickerson, East Atlantic Beach. So it was a great experience. I always highly recommend it, you know.
My favorite night of the year still is one of two. Is there's always a lifeguard championship on Long Island, and we often host it in East Hampton, and we'll get you guys will come up and it's a bit of a party, but it's also a bit of a
Yeah.
and we so that's fun. And then there's a lifeguard volleyball tournament as well, which is for me it's. There's a couple hundred of us that will show up there. All of our kids have been through the whole process. It's great. If you ever get a chance, it's so super fun.
Yeah.
East Hampton. I should be talking to the audience and saying that.
Absolutely.
So I guess I wrote down a couple questions for you. So sorry to look at my notes. When did you come up with this? When did you actually start it? Was this, maybe a little bit more about your timeline behind it all?
Yeah, so as a new homeowner, I had some work being done at my house, and I also I feel like everyone on Long Island has a side job or has like a second job, and everyone knows a contractor. So I've found myself working for friends, growing up, friends' dads were contractors. They always needed a second set of hands, especially from younger guys. So I noticed that, customers were kind of all over the place. Like our experience varied so much. One customer would be like so thankful. They would buy us lunch, maybe offer some beers at the end of the day. And then other customers, you just felt like a black cloud when you walked into the house to do the work for the day. And you just, I don't know, that kind of motivated me. So then what happened next was I started saying to my friends who are contractors, like, there should be a site that allows you to review your customers. And they're like, yeah, there should be. And I kind of sat on it and never really did anything because it's not something that I'm necessarily like a website builder. But the longer I sat, the more I waited, and it never came up. So this New Year's, like this 2026 year, I kind of said I would never regret doing it. I would only regret not doing it. So I kind of started doing my research, looking into how to create the website, how to get on the App Store, and slowly but surely here we are. I have the website's fully operational, and we've got monthly active users in 24 different states.
I think 20. Wow.
Yeah.
Great. Good for you. I love that. I love when people do well with their crazy ideas.
Yeah. Thank you.
And so we had a meeting this morning. It's a Thursday, and we meet every Thursday morning. It sounded like your growth, is explosive almost. Like you've had a bunch of. It's growing quick. I love it. I don't know if you want to go through some metrics real quick. I want to learn.
So officially, we got onto the App Store on April 1st. Today's what, May 7th?
Okay.
I had 150 people sign up since April 1st. A lot of that's organic growth. I am doing some advertising. The street interviews seem to be doing well. So that's how I'm getting some exposure on social media.
Fun.
But yeah, absolutely. And really the feedback's has been so motivating for me, because people are messaging me on Instagram and telling me this is awesome. Finally, it's about time. We have a platform. We can finally have a voice as a contractor or just an independently employed tradesperson. So, for them to be able to, and not to say like the payment issue is really the main thing. Like, hey, if somebody doesn't pay you the final installment, or if they don't pay in full, if they pay extremely late, like that's kind of where we're like, document that, because that's where we're saying, hey, you've crossed the line, and that's not okay. Give the next guy a heads up, because one of the facts I have on the website is the average homeowner stays in their home for anywhere from like 12 to 15 years. So they're not going anywhere, how they treat you and
Oh my.
how they treat you in year one is how they're going to treat you in year 10. So let the next guy know, give them a heads up. And at the same token, like if they're a really great client, document it. Let others know. Yeah.
Yeah. 5-star review, 1-star review.
Yeah. So it's 1 through 10. So I made it 1 through 10 stars. I feel like gives you a little more wiggle room. Yeah.
It's fun. So Ronnie, who's in our group, he's with Egress Pros. They install egress windows, egress doors, et cetera, et cetera. That guy's got 650 5-star reviews on Google. And, I guess that's the whole point of what we do as a collective. I think it's really important to get out there that we all hold each other responsible as a group. And when you join, you had to say a little pledge.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's true. Like, we hold ourselves accountable. People, I think it's an important role that we all serve, but it's also for the general public that's watching to understand that, we work together, we're helpful. Like that Jason, the electrician, he's mentioned on just about every episode because everybody loves Jason and he's everywhere all the time and his business has exploded because of this group. Not taking any credit, he's that guy and everybody else is working with him. But it's, I think it's really, it's a nice aspect of what we do. And I love, you're holding people accountable on both sides of the equation.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
That's kind of the goal, right? That's one of our phrases is like just holding customers accountable. I feel like customers they have a home field advantage and maybe they get away with certain things while they're, in their house and you're there doing work for them.
Yeah.
And things that they wouldn't necessarily get away with in other jobs, right? Like when you go out to eat, you don't treat the people, the staff the same way that you would someone in your house, someone doing work in your house.
Reverse tipping.
Yeah, exactly. So
I've got a question for you. So how do you prevent fake reviews?
So one of the things that we have right now is you can report a review. The same way, like on Google reviews, they really don't. Restaurants, this is a big issue for people all the time, is how do you verify that someone ate at the restaurant, they're leaving a 1-star review. So I don't want to let that hold us back, but you can report the review if you are claiming it to be fake. Multiple reports will flag the review and send it up towards our support division.
Okay.
And if you aren't happy with one report, because you'd have to have multiple, right? You can just jump right ahead and email us and listen, we're going to answer the email. And what I plan to do is, because this obviously hasn't happened yet, I would reach out to the person who posted it and try to get verification. Like, hey, can you prove to me that you did some sort of work at this address? And if there's just crickets, I'll take the review down. If it's a username that doesn't seem legitimate or an email that doesn't seem legitimate. But if they answer and they're like, no, I did work and this is the review, you have the right to share that information, Addresses are public information. So
you're interactive with it and that's okay. I could see how it could cut both ways and
yeah. There's things like Rate My Professor, right? And that's even more, those are their real names and people are leaving like scathing reviews.
Yeah.
Whereas we've limited it. So like our reviews system is structured in a way that like, it's going to be very like, professional. It's not like there's no curse words. They're checkbox, you check off like what happened there? How was it? Pleasant, unpleasant, payment issues, no payment issues, things like that. So
I don't hold anything back ever.
Yeah.
So as a realtor, I kind of I feel a little bit awkward. Like my clients, like recommending them all the time. People call me up all the time and ask for recommendations. That's how the impetus of doing all this, right?
Yeah.
So that I just, that's my immediate response. But I know that, that's just me. I'm one of 33 people in the group right now.
Yeah.
That being said, that all there are a lot of subs. We've got a master plumber, electrician, and it seems like it's incredibly well received by all the contractors in your group. So I think that that's really interesting. That again, I have to be held accountable. Any sub has to be held accountable, or builder or sub.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, accountability can and should go both ways.
Yeah, yeah. And we actually have, I was telling you guys, or I was telling you before, we implemented a new feature, which is going to be just if you get called for a quote, add that layer of, hey, I was here. And that's it. If you document, hey, I was here on this date, everything's timestamped. So we figure timestamp meaning like, okay. I was going to say not the actual hour of the day. It doesn't matter, just the date. So if you're calling, like, I think the magic number everyone agreed on is like three quotes. If you're looking to get work done, call 3 different companies, 3 different businesses, you get 3 quotes. Anything beyond that, you're kind of starting to waste people's time. So there are people out there
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I have a client that she will keep calling until.
Oh yeah, until she gets the number she wants. Yeah.
So
I mean, listen, if she's calling 10 companies and they now by the 4th one, if they're like, hey, let me check this address. Oh, it looks like 4 other guys were there.
Yeah.
4 other businesses were there this week. She's clearly like shopping for a number she wants. And there's an option you can share if you want to share that information, share the number amount, because you'll have an idea of if it's the same week, the same month, you know, she's getting her bathroom renovated. How much is she willing to spend? Clearly you didn't get the bids. So if you're the 5th company going there, like, and you see what number it is, maybe you save your gas money,
Yeah.
If they shared the number and they didn't get the job, are you going to come in under that number? Or are you going to save your 2 hours you're taking out of your day to go to that?
It's certainly a level of transparency that's not out there today, which is great. I could see it being almost.
It's disruptive.
Yeah. And I think, I think you've taken it just to the right point. Just personally.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it become it's called collusion or something. But it's like, it's not. Hey, what did you?
Yeah.
What did you bid on it?
Yeah.
I think that could come back to bite you.
I mean, we'll see. But I mean,
right?
Do restaurants do that though? Like, are they like, hey, how much are you charging for a slice? Hey, are you doing $2.50? You doing $3
on the menu?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. But listen, if do it yourself,
I'm thinking out loud.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
So I guess really my last question would be, how do you monetize it? Like, is there
Which is a great question.
Okay.
So right now, obviously, you're going to be paying for data, right? Why would you pay? So right now, I have it's set up where you have the basic, which is free, and you have premium, which essentially is free. I'm putting out promo codes on my Instagram.
Oh,
you apply the promo code, you're going to get a year of free premium. I have one thing that premium offers is direct messaging, right? So to prevent collusion, if you're going to collude, you're going to pay the premium, I guess. And that's not really what our goal for direct messaging is I look up an address and I see a bad review, right? I see it was left by, Mike the realtor. I'm going to message him and say, hey, give me a little more detail. Like, I saw your review. The checkbox reviews are vague enough. They let you say what you want without saying it is what the message is received without you actually saying it. But I'm going to pay the premium. It's $19 or $19.99 for the year. And then that allows you to direct message. And the only reason there is the paywall with direct messaging is because of the risk that comes with direct messaging for my app. There's a layer of I guess that could add like a lawsuit almost. One of the risks I was considering.
Certainly have a couple of attorneys in the group that could weigh in for you.
Yeah. So I wanted to like make it so you like I can message you and you can say, hey, listen, take the job, but I would advise against like, allowing that 3rd installment before you finish. Because that's common, right? It's the down payment, the big payment, and then the final one when the job's done. And that's where a lot of these guys are like seeing, self-proclaimed discounts, like, hey, you scratched my floor, this wasn't done perfect, this isn't level. So
I think I definitely had an issue with one of the apartments I owned in the city where, guy was insistent upon getting paid his last payment before completing the work.
Oh yeah.
And they just didn't, there was 5% more of the finished work he just never showed up for us. And then you have
So
to
he
get somebody
paid-
else.
He paid, or you paid, and then the work wasn't done?
Correct.
Yeah, exactly. So that, and then there's reviews for that. You know, there's already platforms for
Oh
that.
yeah, sure, I get it. But it's, I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, it goes both, I could see how it
Of
could cut
course.
both
Yeah,
ways.
yeah.
Um,
The niche is that this is the first thing out there that's doing this. So
yeah, it's all good.
yeah.
So, kids, what's going on family wise?
No, I got married in 2024, and hopefully we're gonna have kids soon, this year, hopefully. So
It's all good.
yeah. We bought the house, and that's what I was saying. We bought the house, and I started having guys come like to do work that I couldn't do myself, and yeah, it was. I remember I was buying like lunch for the guys. I was like offering like getting pizza or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, thank you so much." Like, and I'm like, I thought everyone does this. I just had that in my head, like everyone does do
They
that,
should.
and they should, but apparently not. And as I started to dig into that, I was like, oh wow, there should be like a customer review platform, and almost like, hey, if I'm, and I'm sure there are tons of people that do this that buy lunch. Like maybe they can get a break by if they're such a good customer. Maybe if a contractor knew how good of a customer they were, they would maybe give them like the good guy discount. You know, if that's something that they would do. But you know, you never know.
Yeah, the old good guy discount.
Yeah, I guess if you had to choose between two customers, you know, if there was door number one, door number two,
Sure.
you know, and you knew one of them was a jerk off and one of them was a great guy, you would choose which one.
And there you have it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm going to say thank you for coming in.
Yeah,
This
absolutely.
would be great. Hey, if people want to reach you, can you please tell the audience where they can find you at?
Yeah, you can, if you want to reach us, you can visit jobsiterecon.com and follow us on Instagram at jobsiterecon.
Awesome.
Cool.
So thank you very much for joining us on another episode of Mike Hampton's podcast. If you ever need anything in the Hamptons, any work done, I know a guy. So we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, this is Michael. Thanks for listening to Mike Hampton's, powered by the Hamptons Networking Group, where the right people make the right things happen. If you're planning anything in the Hamptons, buying, selling, building, hosting, or investing, don't do it alone. Tap into our network of vetted, top-tier service providers who get things done at the highest level. And if real estate is part of your plan, I bring deep knowledge, strong network, and a track record of getting deals done the right way. Reach out anytime. We'll see you on the next one. You can call, text, or DM me right now, or visit my website to get connected. I work with a tight network, and the best deals go to the people who move first. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on the next deal. Keep making moves.